What is this? The streamer who faked being homeless for donations? Ew, that's so icky. That's like, that's up there with like, oh, lying about a medical condition, lying about being a veteran or something for attention. Like all that kind of like categorizes in the same thing for me. It just gives me the ick. And I don't use that word lightly. That just actually just makes you think you're scummy.
Streaming has hit rock bottom. What started as a way for people to build communities and express their personalities has now turned into degeneracy.
Is that Nina Lynn? Ooh.
Abusing other people and cultures for content, and worst of all, lying to viewers about their conditions.
David 9 Roses. I don't want to be homeless anymore. Oh my lord.
To gain sympathy and some more money in the process. And no one really condenses the modern day streaming phenomenon like Brenton, aka BP2Real. But before dabbling in streaming, Brenton was actively posting on TikTok as a young kid in 2019.
My God. I told you, man. What have I said? You will go down the pipeline. These stupid kids start out so early that they think that they should make a career out of it. This makes so much sense.
What you know about it? Out of some money.
These TikToks weren't getting many views, but Brenton stuck at it and continued posting regularly until he hit puberty and the views started climbing. Following this uptick, Brenton started changing his content, posting more about relationships and about his car.
That is so cringe. Oh my lord.
Despite his decent viewership, though, Brenton was focusing on other—
Man, that... I can say this as a white person. This is some white trash shit. I have seen this so many times. No joke. No joke. Like, oh my god. You guys know what I'm talking about. We white people, we know exactly what we're looking at.
Avenues of making money, including TikTok live challenges.
Normally these battles just consist of like stupid challenges and stuff, and the two content creators like compete against one another, and the viewers get to vote on who's doing a better job, I guess.
I need 4 roses by 4 different people, you guys. 2 more. Let's get speed, y'all.
You can see why something like this would appeal to Brenton, who wasn't really doing anything creative on the platform.
Well, he's not very smart to begin with. Yeah.
For him, TikTok was initially just an app that he used as a journal, but even from the time of his earliest upload, it was clear that
he got spawn camped. What if like he would have maybe been more of an upstanding citizen if he never got introduced to TikTok? Like, I'm not saying he would have been that much smarter, but like how much less brain rot would he have if he didn't have access to it?
Brenton was kind of a loner. Other than the occasional TikTok with a family member, the streamer spent most of his time in TikTok chat rooms where he'd be rewarded with praise or money. So he continued streaming until 2023, when he figured out an easier way to get more people to send him money. During one of his live streams, Brenton went online and started begging people to send him money because he was getting kicked out of his home.
I'm just trying to make money in general to be able to go. Mackenzie. Hate you.
The only time I've ever given money for people is if I know them in the community and I know I'm never gonna get it back. I've never loaned money to friends. If I'm gonna loan you money, like say I'm gonna loan money to my brother, I don't expect that shit back. Like, I never do that shit where it's like, oh, I want this back because I need it. Like, don't loan money that you need to have. Like, it's so bad. Yeah, I never expected back. Yeah, no, really. I feel like, yeah, from your brother? No, yeah, because then it doesn't cause trouble with your siblings or your family. And it doesn't become a he said, she said. Like, yeah, if he gives me back a little bit of money from what I said, like, that's great. But, like, I wouldn't expect him. I wouldn't loan out money that I can't give to begin with. Does that make more sense? Maybe I should have framed it in that way. First off, never loan money that you need to have back in order to survive, because then that puts pressure on the person. But then second of all, if you're gonna loan them or give them money to begin with, never expect it back. Like literally, it's evaporated. Don't even think about it. Don't help on a sinking ship. Yeah, if you need to like stay afloat, don't fucking give them money.
The stream, over 1,000 people were tuned in, several of whom criticized him and asked him to get a job, while others defended Brenton and called out viewers for judging him without truly understanding what he was going through. However, those sympathizers would soon change their tune when his mother entered his room.
No, get out.
I like how the first thing he says is "get." That's what I do to my dog. If he goes to the trash can, I tell him to get. No fucking way.
Now.
Get out. Get. Go and get.
I just got a phone call from somebody said you was in your room, you was on TikTok, and you said you had to get out by tomorrow.
Go. Out. Go.
No way.
While his mom was just trying to make sense of the situation, Brenton was more concerned about his viewers.
Yeah, no shit, he doesn't keep up
Out. Out. Go.
I have not told you.
I just told you to go. Mama, go.
Mama,
go.
The incident blew up
How dare
online, and it wasn't long
you.
before the first content creators started dishing out their takes.
So he's boo-hoo crying on his live stream saying that his mom's kicking him out of the house and he has to be out tomorrow, so he's trying to be live and make as much money as he can. And then he starts to push her out of the room and tell her to go on.
As the clips spread like wildfire, people called Brenton out. Not only is he a scumbag for scamming, but also hurting his family. The way he treated his mom was so sad. Makes my heart hurt.
And she's so sad looking too. Like she looked like a little puppy.
As hundreds of comments filled Brenton's videos, several highlighted how shocking Brenton's behavior was towards his mother compared to what he was showing his viewers as reality. This is a common theme among streamers. It rarely matters what is actually real. Instead, it's more important what you can make your audience believe.
The Monster Hunter girl.
Believe about yourself. But once the illusion is shattered, it's almost impossible to build it up again the same way. Take Kai Cenat, for example. He spent years cultivating the fun younger brother energy on the internet, which helped him become one of the biggest streamers ever. However, some people had always been suspicious that Kai had been LARPing all along.
Yo, if you're gonna start me off with a song, what would it be? Viva La Vida. Viva La Vida by Cosplay.
My cosplay. Okay, hold on. Maybe it was a slip of the tongue. You don't know that.
Regardless of whether Kai was always performing for his viewers, they bought it because it was believable, and Kai was a likable figure for most of his streaming career. But just as he tried to pivot away from streaming and present himself as a fashion designer, some people just couldn't get on board. This is the moment where society can choose to be better and leave Kai Cenat in the past. Despite this blowback, many on the internet recognized that Kai was simply playing a role. Poor guy got his audience believing that his character is his real self, something Brenton had perfected over his live streams. With his fake crying filter and fairly convincing story, Brenton got many people to believe that he was actually a victim in his own home, which couldn't be further from the truth.
What's so messed up about this is the fact that this is the woman who raised this kid. She probably took care of him his entire life. She is the one giving him a roof.
And then it makes her look so bad if she truly wasn't kicking him out, man.
Over his head, and then this kid decides to go on live and say that his mom is kicking him out. That is unbelievably.
I couldn't imagine doing that to my parents. Not mostly because I was raised in an Eastern European household. If you lie about that shit, you're done.
Terrible.
I feel
Brenton's
like these
mother,
kids get away with
therefore,
it
was the real victim of the
can.
situation, a fact that was further amplified by the king of YouTube commentary.
She just seems really saddened by it, like very upset.
Betrayed.
That this is what her son is doing and what her son is saying about her.
Charlie further suggested that Brenton's antics were downright abusive.
He immediately snaps to it and starts to panic, telling her to get out. Being very callous, being very rude to her, telling her get out and even pushing her out, like shoving her out the door so he can continue to go back to his begging stream here.
So it wasn't long before more people started picking
She should have gotten the chancla, I'm telling you.
up on the fact that he could almost definitely be abusing his own mother. Despite the hate, Brenton kept on going as if nothing had happened.
Also doesn't care at all about lying to you guys because he was even streaming yesterday doing battles, making thousands of dollars, and when I went in to ask if this was the guy that lied about getting kicked out, he banned me and said, oh, imagine having so many followers starting drama. I was just trying to ask a question.
This resulted in even more people voicing their frustrations. I hate him for begging for something he didn't need, and I hate him for casually treating his mother like trash. He has that energy that if you saw a report of him getting arrested for domestic violence, you wouldn't be surprised. While some were genuinely concerned about his family, someone's gotta find a way to check up on his mother. I am very concerned for her safety. As several news outlets picked up on the story, Brenton tried to clear the air.
Whoever started that video about you abusing me is a lie. You have never laid a hand on me.
However, Brenton's...
I mean, I don't know how true that is, but once you accuse someone of that, and then the victim, or not the victim, but like because she was getting shoved away, people are not gonna believe you. They're gonna say, "Oh, you're coercing her to do it," and probably told her like, "Oh, if you don't say this, we're gonna get a lot of trouble. The police might come to the house," and she might be coerced into saying it. Like again, you don't know until you know the truth. So and people are gonna speculate the worst.
Attempts to fix the situation made him look even more suspicious. For one, he looks oddly smug for someone who's fielding accusations of abuse against his family. Moreover, his mom's explanation feels scripted instead of authentic, as YouTuber John Casterline would point out.
Is the fact that his mom is obviously a little bit older, and she seems like someone who could easily be manipulated. Timid, and I don't know, I'm kind of just getting the vibe that this is what's happening in this video.
The internet largely felt the same, with some even commenting that he's like glaring at her the whole time, so it feels more like a hostage tape.
Again, you already ceded the benefit of the doubt. Let's assume that he doesn't lay a hand on her and he was just coercing her to get out. He didn't scream at her. He didn't like slam the door in her face or shove her. He told her to get out, but you're already casting the benefit of the doubt. And when you try and like coerce her into apologizing without like he shouldn't have even been in the room, to be honest. But like, again, I don't know how you salvage this situation. I would never treat my parents like that, so like, I can't even relate.
Response, therefore, wasn't good enough, and Brenton's videos started getting spammed with hate comments, which forced him to disable them on several videos. This was ironic for many, considering Brenton's TikTok featured many videos of him saying he didn't care what his haters thought, which became a staple of sorts.
Every time someone says like, oh, I'm muting this tweet, I don't really care what people think, I'm like, so why did you announce it then? Why did you announce not caring? Yeah, like how little do you care? You can't just ignore it.
On his TikTok account. Brenton's entire personality and worldview were shaped by how much money he can make and the kind of cars he can flex. Brenton was just begging for money based on a lie and shamelessly flexing that same money to the haters who were calling him out for begging in the first place. It's all linked. He can beg like this because he has no conscience for others, which informs how he speaks to his mother. But as the hate piled on, one of Brenton's closest friends came to his rescue.
You guys joined his live, and didn't know anything about him, and just immediately went to comments and went like fake, and like scammer. You guys don't know his whole situation. Like, be for real.
Even though it's true that most of us may not know what Brenton's situation was actually like, the internet did see him treating his mother poorly during a live stream, which for many was enough to form a judgment. I wouldn't be mad if he was lying and his mom knew, but the fact that he is talking to her like this is just upsetting. Scamming people and being a piece of ish to his mom. So people weren't ready for the excuses, which led Brenton to...
What doesn't make any sense to me is why he didn't just turn off the stream. Why not just end the live stream button? It would have given you the benefit of the doubt. Like, if he's gonna go with the whole lying about getting kicked out, it would have put more credibility to his line. I'd be like, oh, I had to go because my mom was kicking me out or something. Like, that is such a low IQ fucking thing. It would look more legit. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's just a testament to how stupid he is.
Change his username to escape the hate. However, due to the nature of TikTok live streams, Brenton could potentially keep running this scam as long as there are people to fool.
Something that I remember being pretty common on TikTok Live is people just looping the same streams over and over and over again, used forever. So even though it's not like technically live or anything, You just keep spamming that stream, hoping to collect some cash passively. He could do the same thing with the begging stream.
The entire situation also gave the internet pause for thought. I'm not sure why people give their own hard-earned money to random people on TikTok anyway. Regardless,
people's sympathy is really easily baited. Like, why do you think homeless people sit on the highway and like have, well, not highway, but like on the road on medians and then beg for money? Because it works. Crazy on TikTok? No, seriously, it's really easy to bait people's empathy and sympathy. Yeah, it does. If it didn't work, people wouldn't do it.
Brenton now goes by a new username and continues flexing his car and wealth to the same viewers who paid for it. And more recently, in 2026, Brenton is posting updates to his Snapchat. But even though Brenton continues to have an account on TikTok, despite scamming his fans, the controversy opened a broader conversation about the TikTok begging epidemic.
These TikTok streamers are terrible because a lot of these TikTok streamers, all they do is just sit there and beg all day. That's literally their content. There's so many beggars on that app that you could literally categorize them.
Brenton is part of this exclusive club of online bottom feeders, one that is unfortunately gaining popularity.
That's pretty much the weird world of TikTok Live. A lot of begging.
And I bet you a lot of homeless people do this too, except they don't expose that they're not actually homeless. Or that they, you know, that they're not actually in a position where they need help. They just don't want to have a job. Like people that are on the highway, I mean like actual people that have the ability to work, not homeless people that are like, oh, I'm down on my luck, maybe I'm addicted to drugs, I have nowhere to go, I don't have ID or something, I can't get a job. Like there's circumstances and levels to it, but like, yeah, professional panhandlers, yeah, I think that's kind of what it transitioned to. This is digital panhandling.
A lot of people trying to get a quick buck and a lot of weird behavior.
This is increasingly evident in today's streaming culture. As long as you can sell a convincing enough story, you can fool anyone. And this...
What the fuck was that? Why is he eating on the toilet?
Has caused several people on the internet to assume everyone on a screen is faking for money.
Faking for money, kitten. Oh my goodness. Chat would never fake for attention. They wouldn't at me and then say, Alana, I'm homeless, please help me. No, my chatters are good. They would never do that. Right, chat? Alana, I'm homeless. Don't help me. Alana, give me $10. Would there be any point? Well, it'd be funny for you. Alana, help! I'm in Latam! Oh, you're in Brazil? Okay. I got you. Alana, I'm a third worlder, don't help me. Now I want to help you. I am big American. Alana, please! Go panhandle on TikTok. It clearly works. Come on. Why is it always Brazil? Frick. Because come to Brazil. Come to Brazil is funny. Everybody memes on Brazil. I do business venture. That's right, business.